First Moss Bluff TV. We're super glad to have you today. My name's Miss Lauren. This is Miss Lauren. Love her name, right? This is Miss Jill, and we are super glad you're here today. So in First Kids, First Preschool, and First Preteen, we have some values that we love and we base our ministries off of. We talk about it. They're at the bottom of our emails and stuff like that. And so we're gonna say them with each other, and then you're gonna repeat us, okay? So the first one is, we will make it safe. The second one is, we will share Jesus passionately. We will connect with families. And we will bring the fun. Yes, those are our values, and we love to talk about them, and I hope you love them too, and that's what we base our ministry off of.
Today we're starting a brand new series. We're super excited about it. It is called Berry Blast Theme Park. And we're gonna be in a theme park, and I love theme parks. I love the roller coasters, especially the ones that go super fast.
Me too, me too.
I'm so glad we're not going to actual theme park. I'm not a huge fan of coasters, you guys. But hey, this is gonna be even better because we're starting our new series on the fruits of the Spirit, and it's called, like Jill said, Berry Blast Theme Park. You get it, guys? Berry, fruits of the Spirit. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Okay, well, let's go ahead and stand and worship, guys.
Are everything to me. You are all I ever need, because you love me completely. You give every heartbeat, and I can't imagine my life without you. Who lights up the morning and shines like the sun? Who put the stars in the sky and named everyone? No matter where I run, it's all you, it's all you, it's all you. You are the reason that I sing. You are more than everything, because you love me completely. You give every heartbeat, and I can't imagine my life without you. Who lights up the morning and shines like the sun? Who put the stars in the sky and named everyone? Who is always with me, no matter where I run? It's all you, it's all you, it's all you. You're always there for me. You're with me constantly, every night and day. And I know I can trust in your unfailing love. That's why I can say, who lights up the morning and shines like the sun? Who put the stars in the sky and named everyone? Who is always with me, no matter where I run? It's all you, it's all you, it's all you, it's all you. Who lights up the morning and shines like the sun? Who put the stars in the sky and named everyone? Who is always with me, no matter where I run? It's all you, it's all you, it's all you.
All right, guys, so since this is a new series, we're gonna play a brand new game called Berry Blast Ball Throw. So here's what we need you to do. In a few seconds, you're gonna go run around your house and find one of these fruits, okay? So it can be an apple, a pear, an orange, or a banana. So it can be a real fruit that's just laying around your house, or it could be a play piece of fruit. It could be, you could even draw it on a piece of paper. Just have one of the four fruits, apple, pear, banana, or orange. And we'll give you 60 seconds to go find it, okay? Go.
Okay, guys, so we went and we got our papers. You may have a paper with the name written on it. You may have a plastic piece of fruit from maybe a kid kitchen. Anything that you have is fine as long as you know if you're an orange, if you're a pear, if you're an apple, or if you're a banana. So here's how this game is gonna go. There is going to be 4 fruits on a table, and then your teammate is going to throw a ball at all these fruits, and we're gonna see who can knock all of them down first. Okay, so be cheering for your team. I'm cheering for orange, so cheer for your team and let's see who wins.
Welcome to the Berry Blast Carnival Games Ball Throw. Pick the pile of fruit that will be knocked over first. Pears, bananas, oranges, or apples. Ready, set, throw!
Must have been really prepared.
I won! Hey, if you're on the pear team, I want you to stand up, cheer. On the count of 3, I want you to say, we won. 1, 2, 3. We won! Sorry y'all didn't win. Hey, maybe next week. But anyways, hey, now it's time to go into our most important part of the day. It's our main point, Bible verse and Bible story time. So let's get rid of all distractions and let's really focus in on what God has for us today. So today's main point is goodness. I will please God in what I think, say, and do. So now I want you to say that with me. Goodness, I will please God in what I think, say, and do.
Okay, we just finished our main point. Now let's go into our Bible verse. Okay, can you say Proverbs 12:2 with me? Proverbs 12:2. Great job. Okay, let's take a look at it. The Lord approves of those who are good, but he condemns those who plan wickedness. Proverbs 12:2. Let's say that together one more time. The Lord approves of those who are good, but he condemns those who plan wickedness. Proverbs 12:2. Okay, now it's time for our Bible story. So get seated and get still and get ready. Pay very close attention and let's see what's on the screen.
I'm Bernie.
I'm Twitch.
Twitch, huh? That's a interesting name. Anyway, it's time to start your training as an official employee of the Berry Blast theme park. I like to start every morning with a cheer, so hands in.
Like this?
Close enough.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Say it with me now.
Okay.
Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentle, self-control.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention earlier. We live by 9 principles here at Berry Blast Theme Park. They're called the Fruit of the Spirit, and I'll be training you on each one of them over the next few weeks.
Okay.
Great, let's get started. Today I'm going to train you on goodness.
Goodness?
Yes, goodness. Goodness is thinking, saying, and doing things that are pleasing to God. You get a good handle on goodness, and the rest of these fruit will be a piece of cake.
I love fruitcake.
No, I have an idea. I have a training video on goodness that I'd like you to watch. I really think it'll help you out. Just watch this, pay attention, and afterwards we'll see how you do with goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to training video number 1, Goodness and You. Let's meet Billy. Billy is an employee here at Berry Blast Theme Park. Billy's confident, and with his name tag on straight, he's ready to face the day.
Confidence in a straight name tag. That sounds important. Well,
Billy knows that goodness plays an important role in every part of his life, especially here at work. If Billy is ever approached by an upset park attendee, he knows that he should first think nice things about the person. He also knows that it is important to say nice things to this person. And Billy knows that it is very important to do nice things for the person, like walking with them and showing them where they need to go. Yes, when Billy practices goodness, his future looks good. Remember, goodness is thinking, saying, and doing things that please God.
there, name tag on straight.
And now it's your turn to be like Billy and be good.
Confidence in a straight name tag. I get that. I can do that. Confidence. Confidence. Hey. Confidence. Confidence. Hey.
Excuse me, who are you? That's not important. I have a problem, and since you work here, it's your job to fix it. Now, I am trying to find the train to get me to the Gushing Grape roller coaster, but this sorry excuse for a park map you have here makes no sense at all. I mean, who came up with this mess? It's awful. Now, I demand that you take me to the nearest train now.
Just 1 second.
But I need you to...
1 second, okay. Who is this guy? He's a jerk. And what's up with his goofy clothes? Let's see, the training video said confidence and a straight name tag. So I think I know how I'm gonna solve this problem. Confidence. Listen here, goofball, nobody talks to me like that, okay? Especially not some old guy in goofy clothes. Okay?
But I just need your help figuring out this map. I mean, that's why I came here to talk to you. I need your help.
My help?
Yes.
My help?
Yes.
Fine. Let me see this. Look, this is where you are, okay? And you're one... Look, you don't need that, okay? Because you got me here, and I'm gonna show you exactly where you need to be.
Really? You are?
Yeah, I really am. Are you ready for this? You see, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna start walking in that direction. Yeah, and you're gonna walk until you see this sign. It says, exit. Exit. Yeah, you're just gonna keep walking, and don't come back.
What? You're kicking me out of the park?
Yes, I'm kicking you out of the park. Now get out of here. Hibbity-jibbity. I love this job. And, you know, I think I finally am getting it. It's all about confidence and a straight name tag. Confidence. 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 Confidence.
Hello, Twitch.
Get out! You just missed it. I had my first run-in with the park attendee.
Oh, really? And how did that go?
Oh, it was great. It was just some old guy whining about the park map. And he was a real big jerk, and he was wearing goofy clothes. So I told him, hey, you're a jerk, and you're wearing goofy clothes. And I sent him out of the park. But he wouldn't leave me alone, so I gave him my patented hibbity-jibbity.
I see. Twitch, did you pay attention to the training video I showed you?
Yes, of course I did. Look, my name tag is on straight, and I'm brimming with confidence.
Name tag on straight. Confidence. The training video was about goodness.
No, the training video was about straightening your name tag and having confidence.
What? No. Goodness is thinking, saying, and doing things that please God. I saw how you treated that man earlier, and there was no goodness in anything you said or did. And by what you told me, your thinking wasn't any better. I think it's time to introduce you to my new prototype training ride. It's right over here.
Okay.
Just hop inside one of those coaster cars there.
This car right here?
That's right.
Welcome to the Fun Coaster. Please fasten your seatbelts and keep your hands and feet inside the car at all times.
This is a story about a boy named David. The story can be found in the Bible, in 1 Samuel chapter 16, and it goes something like this. David was the son of a man named Jesse. But David wasn't Jesse's only son. In fact, he had 7 brothers, and every one of them were older than David. Yep, David was the baby of the family. No, not a real baby. I just meant that he was the youngest in the family. Now, back in the days of the Old Testament, if you were the youngest son, like David was, people considered you to be the least important person in the family. So, being the least important, David had to do all the jobs that his other family members didn't want to do. Specifically, David was assigned to watch his family's sheep. David was a shepherd. Now, watching sheep isn't as easy as it sounds. You have to do more than just stare at a bunch of sheep. A shepherd had to care for the sheep. He had to lead the sheep to food and water. He had to find them when they got lost. He had to protect the sheep from other animals that would try and kill and eat them. This was hard, sometimes very dangerous work. But David knew that God would want him to do it for his family. And so, he did it. Pay attention now, because this next part is very important. One day, God sent a prophet named Samuel to go to Jesse's house and anoint one of Jesse's sons. To anoint someone meant that Samuel was going to pour oil on the head of one of Jesse's sons, and this would show that God had chosen this son to be the next king. Well, Jesse started showing his sons to Samuel. First, he brought in the oldest. But God told Samuel the oldest was not the one. Well, then he brought in the second oldest. But again, God told Samuel this was not the one. Then Jesse brought in the third son, and you guessed it, God said he was not the one either. This happened with all 7 of David's brothers. Finally, Samuel asked Jesse,
"Are these all the sons you have?"
Now, obviously, this wasn't all of Jesse's sons. There was still one more. David. So Jesse replied,
"There is still the youngest, but he's out in the fields watching the sheep and goats."
Hearing this, Samuel told Jesse,
"Then send for him at once."
As soon as David arrived, God told Samuel,
"This is the one. Anoint him."
And so Samuel anointed him. David would one day be king. You see, even though David was the youngest and considered to be the least important in his family, God saw something in him. God saw goodness. The Bible says that God looked at David's heart and was pleased. God saw that David was someone who would think, say, and do the things that would please him. And sure enough, in the years to come, David did do many good things that pleased God. In fact, later in David's life, God said that he was a man after his own heart. David lived a life that is a great example of goodness that God wants to see in you and in me. So be like David. Show goodness by thinking, saying, and doing the things that please God.
Wow, that was even more intense than I thought it was gonna be. You know, I guess I really don't understand this whole goodness thing. You know, Bunny, I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
Oh, no, not you again.
Wait, come back, come back. Look, I'm really sorry about earlier. You know how I was saying and doing and thinking bad things about you? I'm really sorry, and I wanna help you now.
Really?
Yes, really. You know, I've been learning about goodness, and I wanna do better.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that, Twitch, because it was me the whole time.
Bunny, you were in disguise?
Yep, it was all a test. People need to take the fruit of the Spirit seriously, especially the employees of Berry Blast Theme Park. That means you need to think, say, and do things that please God. That's what goodness is all about. It started off a little rough for you at first, but you passed the test, and I'm proud of you.
You know, I've learned a lot about goodness today. In fact, from now on, I'm going to think, say, and do the things that please God. Thanks so much for teaching, man.
No problem, Twix.
All right, so goodness is pleasing God with what we say, what we think, and what we do. And we learned that today. We learned how to really focus in on that. And so we talked about David. Remember that David had a lot of brothers and that he was the youngest son. And he kind of had to do the things that nobody else wanted to do because he was considered the least, worthy, the least person in his family, the least likely person to do anything good in his family. And so they made him do stuff that nobody else wanted to do. And so when Samuel came and said that they were going to anoint somebody to be the next king, Jesse, the dad, he brought all of his sons in one at a time, and he brought all the 7 sons that were older than David. And none of them were the ones God wanted to anoint. And so at the end, Samuel said, "Do you have any other sons? Because God's saying that these aren't the ones." And Jesse was kind of confused, but he said, "Yeah, I have a young son who's working in the fields." And he went and got David, and Samuel, when he saw him, he said, "Yes, this is the one." And now listen, here's why God told Samuel that David was the one. David was the one because his heart was pure, his heart was good. And so the Bible even says that God looked at David's heart and saw goodness. And so we can learn from David. We can learn to do good and to live with goodness just like David did. And that's what our story was on today, was goodness and how we can please God in what we say and what we think and what we do. Because the truth is, God sees our heart, and God saw David's heart, and that's why he was anointed and would one day become the king. So let's bow our heads and pray together. Dear God, thank you so much for this day and for this time. And Father, I just pray right now that we can just focus in and focus on how we can show goodness, how we can please you in what we say and what we do and what we think. And it's in your name I pray. Amen.
I count on one thing. The same God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the waiting. The same God who's never late is working all things out. You're working all things out. And yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Oh yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Oh yes, I will. God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the waiting. The same God who's never late is working all things out. You're working all things out. Oh yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. For all my
friends, now we're gonna play another game. We're gonna play 4 corners. So you're gonna label your corners red, blue, green, and yellow. It can be with anything. You can put a piece of construction paper there. You could write the word and put it in the corner. You can get t-shirts and lay them out just so you know which corner is what color. We're gonna give you some time to do that, and then you're just gonna watch the screen and it's gonna tell you what to do.
That was so much fun, you guys. Everyone loves 4 corners. I mean, we do at least. And hey, if you love 4 corners, say, I do! Good job, friends. Okay, so today's hidden message. Are y'all ready? Today, we need you to send us a picture to the email on the screen of the main point from today. So you can write the main point on a piece of paper, on your arm. Well, maybe you should ask your parents before you write it on your arm. Maybe do that. And you can even just take a picture with the main point on your TV screen. But as long as you send it today, Sunday, by 1 p.m.
We have loved spending our time with you today. We want you to join us again on Wednesday and on Sunday every week, and make sure you're still sending us your pictures because we miss you. Today we talked about goodness, and that's pleasing God with what we think, what we say, and what we do. And next week we're going to be talking about faithfulness, so don't forget to join us.
So we don't want you to just end the video right here. We want you to think about the message and the lesson that we talked about today. So we want you to go get your family, your siblings, your parents, and talk through the message. So we're gonna have some discussion questions on the screen, and we want you to just pause the video and kind of talk through them, because we know that discussing the message that you just learned is gonna give you a lasting impression of it. So it's gonna help versus just turning the video off and then never thinking about it again. So make sure you're doing this. This is gonna be an awesome time for your family. It's short, it's not bad, but make sure you're doing that. We love you so much, we miss you, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.